Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and welcome to Driver Ratings and Team Ratings of Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. I gotta say, in the end, it was quite a good event, I mean, it wasn't a classic, but after all this shit, what was happening on Friday night, with the terrorist attack, it's actually a good event in the end, a nice, safe event. So, right, in this video, I mark the teams and drivers' performances over the weekend. So, right, we're going to start off with Red Bull, and we're going to start off with the world champion, Max Verstappen, 10. Absolute 10 for Max Verstappen. I mean, he didn't have a great qualifying, but he had a fantastic race. I mean, unluckily for his teammate, got screwed over by the safety car thanks to Latifi crashing out, but Max took full advantage. In the race, he learns in the end how to overtake Leclerc, so it's clever driving. So 10 for Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez, 10. His first ever pole position, got real unlucky with the safety car, just come in for his pit stop, and then just as he come out, the safety car come out, so he got screwed over big time, Sergio Perez. So that was so unlucky for the Mexican driver. This was one of his best weekends ever in the Red Bull, and I have to say, this new Red Bull suits Sergio Perez driving style more, because last year, he's kind of struggling with the last generation of cars. So this new generation, he's definitely better, I would say, Sergio Perez. So fair play. Right, Ferrari, Leclerc, 10. Yes, absolute 10. P2 in qualifying, P2 in the race, had a fantastic battle with Max Verstappen. Kept re-overtaking Max Verstappen like at Bahrain, but unfortunately, he ran out of time. And of course, the yellow flag with the incident of Stroll and Alex Albon denied him a chance of re-overtaking Max Verstappen again. But fantastic drive by Charles Leclerc. It really was. Carlos Sainz, 7. P3 in qualifying, P3 in the race. I mean, a bit of a quiet weekend really for Carlos Sainz, nowhere near his teammate Leclerc, got outdone by Leclerc all weekend. Mercedes, Lewishausen, 5. I mean, you've got to mark Lewishausen down. I mean, P16 in qualifying, his worst qualifying since Brazil 2017, where he spun off in like a flying lap or something in Interlagos, I remember. But as the last time Hausen had such a poor qualifying, in the race he was nailed on to finish P6, so unfortunately got screwed over by the VSC, because obviously you had Alonso's car stopping and Daniel Ricciardo's car stopping where the pit entrance was, so Hausen got real unlucky, but he was very lucky to score a point. So, but I'll take that because, in the moment, the Mercedes is just nowhere near the Red Bull and the Ferrari, and that's a harsh reality in the moment, I'm afraid. George Russell, 8. Yes. I mean, P6 in qualifying, P5 in the race. That's the maximum he could do this weekend, George Russell. So I say that's a decent weekend. Mclaren, Lando Norris, 7. I mean, a little bit of an improvement from McLaren, but they did benefit from some retirements. I mean, Lando Norris, P11 in qualifying, P9 in the race. So, yeah, decent for Lando Norris, so 7. Daniel Ricciardo, 5. I mean, just, he got real unlucky, his McLaren cut out, and yeah, you can give him no more than a 5, really. Fernando Alonso in the Alpine, 8. I mean, usually for the retirement drivers, I only give a 5, but he was absolutely superb, having a great battle with Esteban Ocon, but unfortunately, his Alpine cut out. I mean, that Renault's got good pace, and my goodness it is unreliable, the Renault engine. But the saving grace at Alpine is they're the only ones using Renault engines, so they can solve the issues much sooner. But that reliability on the Renault power units has got to improve. It's not good enough. It's simply not good enough. But Alonso, fantastic. Esteban Ocon, 8. Yes, I mean, again, having a great battle with Fernando Alonso and finished in a really good position. So, well done to Esteban Ocon. Aston Martin, Nico Hulkenberg, 5. I mean, his first time at Saudi Arabia, and I thought he did quite well. So, a solid 5 for Hulkenberg. Lance Stroll, 5. I mean, being a bang average weekend really for Lance Stroll. I mean, had there been an incident near the end of the race with Alex Albon, but again, just not good enough in the race, Lance Stroll. He really isn't. AlphaTauri, Pierre Gasly, 5. I mean, struggled this weekend, Pierre Gasly. He wasn't good enough. Actually, I think it's Norris who finished 8th. And Gasly 9th. Yeah, just didn't quite have the pace this weekend. Pierre Gasly for some reason. Yuki Tsunoda, 5. Unfortunately for him, couldn't take part in qualifying and couldn't take part in the race. That's a really bad weekend for Yuki Tsunoda. That really was so unlucky for him. So that's why you can only give him a 5. AlphaTauri really needs to sort out the issues of his car. Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo, 6. I mean, got a point again. So, yeah. Oh, no, he didn't get a point because he retired. But he was in the points and going well until he retired, unfortunately. Yep, he comes to stop about the same time as Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo did. I don't quite know the reason why, but all I saw was his car being wheeled back into the garage. So that's very, that's very unlucky for Bottas. That really was. He went well again this weekend. He very much looks like a home at Alfa Romeo, because the pressure's off Bottas now, you know. He's no longer driving for a top team, and obviously, driving for a top team like Mercedes, you're under so much pressure, but now the pressure's off. He's really enjoying it, it looks like. Zhou Guanyu, 6. I mean, standard weekend, really, but he did okay, I thought, Zhou Guanyu. Looks like he settled in well in the Alfa Romeo, Zhou Guanyu, so well done to him. Haas, Kevin Magnussen, 8. Yes, 8 for Kevin Magnussen. I thought he's superb again, you know. He finished in the points. I mean, benefited from a lot of retirement. So, well done to K-Mag. And more points to Haas. Absolutely fantastic. Amazing stuff. Mick Schumacher, 5. I mean, he didn't start the race, obviously, but had that horrendous accident in qualifying. So, you know, that's why you can only give Mick Schumacher a 5. But I'm so glad he's okay. Because fuck me, that was scary. That really was. Nicholas Latifi, 0. Absolute 0. I mean, this driver needs putting out his misery. He really does. Not good enough. Just simply not good enough. Williams needs to find a new driver right now. Out his step. Well and truly, totally out his step. I don't get why he's still in the Williams car. I mean, he crashed out the race, crashed in qualifying, crashed in the race, and screwed Sergio Perez over, just like he screwed Lewis Hamilton over in Abu Dhabi. My goodness, he's a joke. Get rid, Williams, for fuck's sakes. Alex Albon, 6. I mean, it's looking to be decent weekends. Then he had contacts with Stroll, and he's got a grid penalty for Melbourne, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Because I didn't see he did a lot wrong, Alex Albon, and Helen was making a very good point to my subscriber. So, yeah, I really don't understand it, why he got a penalty, but it is what it is. But he's doing okay, Alex Albon. Here we go, team ratings. Red Bull, 10. Yes, fantastic on strategy this weekend And that car looks really good in the straight line. It really does. I think what they're doing is they're running low downforce, and Ferrari are running higher downforce in the corners. So that's why Red Bull quicker in the straight line and Ferrari fast in the straights. I mean, P1 and P4, fantastic points for Red Bull after their double DNF in Bahrain. They needed that. Ferrari, 9. I mean, second and third, very good points for them again. And I believe they're still leading the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari. Mercedes, 6. I mean, just Hamilton's poor qualifying, but good recovery drive and decent points for George. McLaren, 6. Unlucky for Daniel Ricciardo, but Norris scored some points, but still work to do in that car. Alpine, 7. Very good points for Ocon. Alonso unlucky. Aston Martin, 5. I mean, just all Mercedes powered teams look slow in the moment, so that's why I'm giving them a 5. AlphaTauri, 5. I mean, Gasly, no pace. Yuki Tsunoda not starting the race, so you can't go any higher than that, really. Alfa Romeo, 6. I mean, just a bit disappointing for them in the end, with Bottas retiring. But Guan Yu Zhou finished race. Haas, 7. I mean, only running one car in the race, and Kevin Magnussen still gets points, so well done. Williams, 6. I mean, awful for Latifi, but decent for Alex Albon. So let's just check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there you have it. That is driver ratings and team ratings done for the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. We move on to Melbourne, Australia next. I'm very much looking forward to going back to that circuit, and hopefully Mercedes can make small progress. But at the moment, it's definitely looking like this championship, at the moment, it's between Verstappen and Leclerc. And I'm really enjoying their wheel-to-wheel battle, but I do feel they're going to make contacts at some points. But we'll wait and see. Hopefully, they can keep it clean. Comment your thoughts down below. I will always reply. And yeah. Now, good news is Manchester United are back this week, so I have a preview. And tomorrow, I am uploading a video of Chippenham Town Legends versus Manchester United Legends, because I went to watch that game yesterday, so I'll upload that tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'll do a Manchester United preview. Yep, so all that to look forward to this week. Bye-bye.